This is going to be a little bit longer video in regards to how to repurpose your reel content, but it is very important that you watch this because if you're already showing up on social media and you are creating content for people to engage on, I want to show you how to work smarter and not harder and how you can use this in a multitude of areas through different social media platforms, email marketing, text marketing, even on your blogs. So let's jump right into it. So first off, there are free ways that you can do this, but it takes more time. I'm an entrepreneur where I want to make sure I'm working smarter, not harder. So what I've done is I actually have what I call a money split, to where any income that I bring in through my business, I take a certain percentage of that and reinvest it back into what I am doing. And so that will cover different things such as like app costs. And so that's what I want to talk to you about real quick. The biggest thing that I have found that's helped me is when I make a piece of content, I don't want it just to show up on TikTok or Instagram or whichever social media platform that I'm working on. Now, you do need to take this into consideration. Do not feel like you need to master all of the social media platforms. I focus on just a couple. But that doesn't mean you don't want your information across the board, so that as you become a master of one and you want to start growing another, you already have that filled up with content. So you're not having to build that rapport. So there is an app that I will provide a link to. And what this does is it actually will repurpose all of my content for me. Now, I start on TikTok. I create my content there, and then I've created all of the parameters that it's going to send it over to Instagram. It will send it to Facebook, to LinkedIn, sends it to even Pinterest, which I don't use Pinterest that much. It also even sends it to Snapchat because that's like the much younger generation, right? So with this app, I can set up all the parameters. It will add the hashtags. What's really nice is it actually removes the watermark from it as well, so you don't have a TikTok watermark going to all these other social media platforms. Now, if you're not on TikTok, you can set up the parameters a little bit differently, to where if you're building on Instagram, it will pull everything from Instagram and it will push it to where you tell it to. I also create content specific to just TikTok that I may not want on LinkedIn. So I've created parameters where if I have a specific hashtag, it's not going to pull it from TikTok and throw it to my LinkedIn. So with that being said, there is a free way to do this. With that app, I would much rather pay the $25 a month and have it do all the work for me. So I show up on TikTok, I post it, I know it's going everywhere else without me spending, 30 minutes to an hour trying to repurpose in all of these areas. There is a way you could do it for free. You're going to create your content. You're going to save the original to your phone. That way you do not have any type of watermarks on there. Now, depending on which app you're using, whether you're an Instagram or you're a TikTok, it's a little bit tricky on how you can get it without the watermark. In most cases, like on TikTok, you need to save it first, then use a free app to download it. And I'll add all of this into the description here. If you're on Instagram, before you post it, you can save it. So it's all about, you just go Google how to save it, right? And it's going to teach you how to do that. So let's get into this. If you're going to do this on your own without an app, some ways that you can repurpose it is, one, you're going to save the original to your phone so that you can put it on all of your other different platforms. Now, what you can also do is once this reel is posted, you can actually, like on Instagram, even on TikTok has stories now, so does Facebook. You can share that reel to your story. Now, there are some people that will share the actual full video to their stories to get views on it, but what I like to do is I like to do both. I will have it, the downloaded original on my phone. I will go post it in the story so that everybody could watch the full video, but later on, I also like to share the reel to my story, because then what happens is not everybody's going to see every story. But it's also going to help boost your algorithms for the reels, because if they click on it and it's a reel that's shared, it's going to tell them go to Instagram or go see the full video on Facebook, wherever you posted it from. And then they're going to go to the reel. That's going to show that your reels have more views. So You can also take these reels and you can turn them into carousel posts. And the way that you do that is you're going to just take screenshots of small different pieces. So let's say that you do a reel and you're talking about the 3 benefits of grounding. You're going to have verbiage on there. We've talked about this, captions, the things that you want to have on your screen. You're going to screenshot what those 3 benefits are, right? So you take a video and you turn it into a still photo, and you could use that as a carousel on Instagram. You can also use that as a story. So you're giving people video form, but you're also giving them still form. Another thing that you could do is email marketing. So if you are collecting people's emails, you can use that reel, create an email, which again, you guys use ChatGPT to help you. ChatGPT is very smart. You can jump in there. I'm not going to give training on it, but you could just go in and tell ChatGPT what you need, what content you have available. Please write me an email, and it will create that for you. So then you can write an email. You can have your reel at the very top so that they could start watching it, but then you can dissect it and you can give them the script of it. You can also use this if you build blogs. You can put that same piece of content on a blog, right? Because some people love reels. Some people love reading blogs. Some people like email marketing. So there's a multitude of ways that you can repurpose your content. Like I said, I like to work smarter, not harder. So my one TikTok will go over to Instagram, to YouTube, to Facebook. It will go to LinkedIn, Pinterest, Snapchat, and I think there's some other apps too that I have not even dug into. So again, you guys, when you are making reels, you want to work smarter, not harder. Make sure that whether you're using an app to do it for you or you are doing it for free, don't just put it on one social media platform. The first one it's going to go on is the platform that you are really working to build up. But don't ignore the other ones. Don't go master them like I told you in the beginning, but just start filling it with content. So when you decide to start growing that platform, you already have everything there for you. So you guys, number 1 tip, make sure that you're putting your reels across multiple platforms. So start repurposing it, stay creative. Make sure that you guys are sending out this amazing content you're creating to the world in all the areas. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below. I will put all of this in the description for you as well, so you know what apps I use to download my TikToks without the watermark, how to repurpose. But you guys, again, one piece of content can be shared over a dozen different ways to help you grow your business.